Well, teaching and learning has come to a standstill here at the Wits University in Braamfontein. Students are being told to go home after protesting. Students stormed some of the classes, pulling some of the learners out of the class and requesting the lecturers to stop teaching as they continue with that protest march. We understand that the media is not allowed inside, but some of the students have come closer to the gate where they continue to chant slogans and sing as the protest continues. We don't know how long this protest is expected to last until, but we are joined by one of the student representatives who's going to talk to us about the reasons why they are here and they've decided to embark on this protest. Karabo Mthethwa, thank you so much for speaking to us. Talk to us about why you have embarked on this protest.
Okay, so the real reason why we have taken the decision to finally protest is because we have exhausted all available options. We have fundraised funds, we have done everything, right? And it has come to a point where we are frustrated as the SRC because many students are still homeless at this point, sleeping in libraries. You will find them under the tables. I went last week to do an inspection. Students were sleeping in libraries. Another issue at end is the issue of financial exclusion within the institution. There is something we call a hardship fund, which pays up to 50,000 rands. What we're actually demanding is that once the university grants you that, they should afford you the opportunity to register.
So what would assist in terms of the accommodation issue right now? You say there are students that are sleeping in the library. What needs to happen in order for students to find accommodation, and why hasn't that happened so far into the learning year?
So in every year our budget for hardship accommodation is 10 million rands. However, it was a COVID era at that time. Now the university announced that everyone must be in class. So as a result of that, we have a lot of students that are homeless. The solution that we are proposing is an additional 30 million, and this is according to the calculations we've made. And in the future, what we are calling for is that the university must be able to lease an entire building to itself to assist students to find themselves in this situation.
So right now we also hear that one of the reasons that students have come to the streets is that 10,000 rand upfront fee that you want to be scrapped. I mean, and the 30 million rand, where is that coming from? Please explain for the benefit of our viewers.
So the 30 million rands will be coming from the university. Last year you would have known that it was the centenary year. The vice chancellor, the university team went out to meet funders, donors, former alumni, and they donated towards the university. And we would like those funds to be shared and be invested amongst Wits University students.
And what about that 10,000 rand fee?
Okay, so at Wits residences, you have to pay 10,000 rands deposit if you are self-funded. So the issue we have is that a lot of postgraduate students cannot move into residences because they cannot afford to pay the 10,000 rands, and they are waiting for their bursary responses, which take time, possibly 3 months. Hence, we are calling for the university to accommodate all of these students by waiving the 10,000 rands deposit.
And how long do you plan on continuing with the protest?
We are going to continue if the university does not meet our demand. It's really frustrating that you find almost 100 students visiting the offices every day and there's no solution at the current moment. And it's dehumanizing for the students that are sleeping in libraries, and they are expected to pass as if they're in the same situation as other students who have accommodation and funding.
And how have the conversations between the institution gone? Have you tried to at least speak to, management regarding this and to find a better resolution?
The SRC did contact management. They gave us a long list, a paragraph basically explaining what they already have and them saying they cannot be able to assist with more funds. So we have exhausted. I've been meeting a lot of people from the university trying to make these concessions, but they've been sending me from pillar to post, and that is why as student leaders we are being frustrated right now. Every day they tell you to speak to someone, that person says no, I do not know of this concession, and time is running out. This is the second week of the academic year. We really cannot afford to delay the entire process.
And just so that I completely understand what you're saying, is that you are requesting the university to use the funds that are collected from a charity drive of sorts to assist students to find accommodation as well as pay for outstanding debt?
Yes, the university must invest more towards students. We feel as if they are not doing enough. They are not yet there.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. There you have it, one of the student representatives who is behind the protest action. It seems as though accommodation is one of the biggest issues. The academic year is in its second week, and as we've heard, students are still sleeping in the library without accommodation. They are calling on the university to waive that 10,000 Rand upfront fee. This, they hope, will enable students to be able to find accommodation. They also requesting the university to lease out a building for accommodation, and also requesting the university to use the funds that it collected from its centenary. I mean, we do remember when we came to cover that centenary, where they had expressed that they were in the process of speaking to donors to try and collect as much funds in order to assist students from the middle income, the missing middle, those who do not qualify for NSFAS, in order to assist them with historic debt and with registration fees. And the students feel that the university is just not doing enough, given that there are so many students that are still without accommodation. But right now, as things stand, teaching and learning has come to a standstill. Some students have expressed unhappiness over being turned back and being pulled out of class, saying that they've traveled from, or they've come from far in order to be in school and learn, and to be turned back like this. They would have rather been informed sooner of the protest and of the fact that classes would not continue. And as you have heard, the students are really not backing down until their demands have been met by the university. They say they will continue until somewhat of a resolution has been reached between the student representatives and the protesting students. It's back to you in studio.